Nice baby stroll.
On today's Foam Roller Talks, we're going to talk about shoulder health and mobility.
So a lot of time when we get a client who comes into the gym, we like to assess their posture. And we notice very frequently that they have a bad posture. This is probably due to the fact that they're sitting for 8 hours a day at a desk and a lot of stress. You know, you're not really focusing on your posture when you're just running away on the computer.
So when people walk into the gym with an already bad posture, and then we do things like pressing movements, shoulder movements, shoulder presses, push-ups, and even some back exercises, if the posture is not set, we're just going to compound the movement or compound the issue of bad posture. And that's when your shoulder impingements arise, that's when your rotator cuff injuries arise, is because we're not in the proper alignment. So today we're going to focus on how to spot different issues with the shoulder postures and ways to improve on that mobility. Let's go for it.
Cool.
I'm going to use Kyle here as an example as what I see when clients walk in here with bad posture. So if you're sitting all day at a desk for 8 hours with your shoulders rounded and you're on the computer typing, this is what might happen over a course of many weeks, months, years of working. You're going to get a rounded back and you're going to get an improper shoulder position where his shoulders are internally rotated forward. Okay, so if I ask Kyle to put his hands or his arms overhead with this posture, see how he's got very limited range of motion in his shoulder flexion? A simple cue that I tell my clients is simply just stand up straighter, which means chest up, shoulders pulled back, and I want you to sort of extend through his thoracic spine only. Okay? When people have poor shoulder mobility, what might happen is they may compensate with their lower back, which means if I get his belly tight, okay, and if I have him go overhead, keep that belly tight, okay? If he's got improper mobility in the shoulder, what happens is he might overarch with the lower back, which makes it seem like he's got range of motion, but in reality, all that range of motion is coming from that low back, okay? So we want to clear up the thoracic spine first, and that'll sort of put the shoulder in a better position for any pressing movement. So one quick movement that I have my clients start out with if they have a poor posture with their upper back is getting them doing a line foam roller extension over this roller. And if you have one of these at your gym, please use it. Okay? And so this is a very simple drill. I'm going to have Kyle lay on his back with the foam roller around his mid-back. Move up a little more, Kyle. Right there. And then he's going to place his hands behind his head to support his neck, but he's not going to be cranking on his head. I want to stay nice and relaxed with his neck muscles here. So at this point, I'm going to cue him to extend over the roller as far as he can. Okay? And at this point here, I'm going to cue him into breathing through his abdomen and exhale through his mouth. Okay? I don't want you guys holding your breath on this one. If we can breathe, it'll actually help you increase mobility of that thoracic spine. So the goal here is to breathe through restriction and not hold the breath. If you hold your breath, it's going to make it a little bit worse. Okay? Then come out of it. Okay? And that is step one in getting your thoracic mobility set. If you're stuck at the office all day and you have one drill to do this one, because it's really going to help increase your mobility of the thoracic spine. So in step one, we cleared up the thoracic spine with the foam roller extension. Sometimes what may happen is that you may get some tightness in the lat region and even kind of behind the armpit area, which won't allow you to get into good shoulder flexion. Okay? In fact, Kyle's a good example. He just finished his back workout and he's got some tightness in his lat area and even in the rotator cuff area. So one way what we're going to do is clear up the tissue in here, and you'll see that you'll have better range of motion in this one arm compared to the other arm. So to clear up the issue with the lat and the rotator cuff behind the armpit, we're getting into a foam rolling exercise drill here that allows him to get on the side of just behind the armpit, okay? And I want his arm overhead, okay? And if his neck starts to hurt, you can even grab this arm and kind of hold overhead, or even hold it with this arm right here, okay? And so at this point here, what I want to do is go rock back and forth. So you can clear up all that tissue. If you're not breathing, you're just making it worse. So I want to deep breathe here. So give me a nice big inhale and full exhale. Okay. And we're going to spend about a minute, 2 minutes on here just to clear up all that lateral seam of the lat, and even kind of up in the behind the armpit area. And so by doing that one drill, we now cleared up that one whole side where he had some restriction. Okay? So these are 2 simple drills that you can do at the gym, at home, or even when you come in here next time in the facility, so you can clear up your shoulder mobility. Okay?
All right, so that concludes the video. We hope that you guys really enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you want to stay up to date on everything that's happening at Sweat. And remember guys, work hard, stay humble.